Good evening and welcome to class. Today is day 16 of 18. We are gradually counting down to the end of the beginner to intermediate series of using Microsoft Excel for data analytics. And so far, we've understand and known what to have data at our beck and call. So what to look into the last project you worked on, which is the car sales project. Here in this project, we noticed that we had to clean the data and make it very much prepared for analysis. We also saw how we formatted it properly from being what it was before to what it is now. It is quite interesting to note that our process of analyzing this data is an easy-to-go one, which does not require us to do so much untidy job. We have successfully tidied this data set and it's looking very good to go in all our dealings. Notice how we cheerfully made sure that every decimal place is properly arranged in a format that we achieve consistency. We've also seen that every data point is in appropriate data type. Now, let us finish up with the column number O that we want to try to convert to a wonderful data set that is in a proper data format. Now, let us try this means. Now, our aim is to make sure that all the data sets in this particular column O is in the same data format, right? That's our aim. We want it to be in the same data format. Now, the process we are using last time, we are going to say continue with it. This time around, we are going to uncheck 2012 and 2011. And here, we are going to select all. I'm going to open a new sheet and I'm going to paste it in the sheet. Now, we see that they are the same kind of form. Here, I'm just going to go to the number ribbon control and choose short dates as a format. Now it's in date format, right? So I'll come again and I'll choose the data tab. Then the data tab, I'm going to be choosing our text to column once again. And here, I'm going to use the delimiter. So we are separating it with a // and then we say next. So on the data type, we are going to use date, and we want to use date, month, and year, right? The same thing with this one, date, month, and year. And I think that settles this for us. Date, month, and year. So we have dates here, months here, year. So let's go back again to get this correct. So sorry about that. So let's select all. Text to column. Next. Next. So our location should be column B. So changing this to dates, changing this to dates, then finish. So we have dates, month, dates, year, right? Month, dates, year. So what we have here from before, let's come back to the selecting all. We have day, month, year, right? Day, this is month, this is day, this is year. So let us concatenate this. So we're going to put date 9/01/2012. Right? So we're going to fill. Okay, there's no pattern found. So there's pattern found in this. So Let's try to use concatenate for it. Equal to concat. This, that's the day, comma. So we are separating it with a forward slash, comma. The month, comma, forward slash, comma, and the year. Close parenthesis, hit enter. So you have 29th of January 2012, sorry. So you have all these. Let's go down the column. I see we have this. So it's giving us what we want, right? It's giving us all we want to have. All we want to have. So you have 29 September 2011. So I want to be down the column to get the last of them, right? Okay, fine. So we have this all as supposed to be, right? 31st May 2011. Why am I saying 2020 all the time? So I'm going to copy this like we used to do. I'm going to paste as values. And I have this. So I'm going to change the format to date. We have this. So there you go. It should be a date format. So let's come again. This is all you want to have. Date format. It should be this. Click OK. So we have this over here. Yeah. So I'm going to copy. I'm going to leave it at general so that it will not be specific at the moment. So just copy all of them. First of all, let's come back to cash sales. Let's convert everything here to general and then back to dates, short dates. So, okay, we have to remove the filter first. So let's remove the filter. So we know the one that we are copying out, right? That's these guys. So right here, you copy this. We're going to paste it here. So we have something tangible. So let's come down here and let us change it to short dates. Fine. So everything now is looking well placed, right? So at least we have day, month here, day, month here. So even if we are to go to custom, let's say we go to custom now and change it to this, it will not really affect all of them, but we already have a particular data format we want to achieve. So if you are using the short date, that's very much okay. So I've seen it. So we have the same pattern we want to get. That's consistency. The day before the month and the year. Day, month, year. Day, month, year. So we have a consistent pattern in all this. So we are okay with what we have here. So whether it's going to work well for us to change everything, that means when we click on, for instance, we still have to change the format to possibly this short format. And then what we need to do again is to filter out those columns that have that particular short format, which is this. Then copy it again. So it's something we did for this other part of the data. We are going to do for this, right? So it will not actually be that cool because even though we are not having this as a format, we are okay with what we have over here, right? Because we are now confident that every data set in this column follows the same format of day, month, and year, right? Day, month, and year. So let's still go back to our format, which is this. And so that we have properly prepared and formatted this data as supposed to be. Prepared and formatted it as supposed to be. So we can do away with these sheets. We don't need it any longer. And we are good. So this data set is properly prepared. Let's now come to the next data set we want to show, and that is on the organic superstore. So organic superstore is the next particular data we want to prepare and process it as well. Prepare and process. So to do that, we say we are going to save a copy of it first. We're going to take a copy of it in our folder. Right, you save a copy of it. Organic superstore projects. Right, organic, that is what I save it as. So let's start by making sure we follow through with all that we want to do. And how do we do that? We need to first of all look out for duplicates, check for blanks, and also understand what has happened in the data and see how we can make it a most perfect one to go by, right? So let us begin. Let us begin. So looking at this, we have how many rows of data? We have 9,994 rows of data, right? And how many columns do we have? We have up to column W, which is up to 17 columns or thereabouts. So let us see what we can figure out with these columns and see how we will go about it. So we have to highlight all data range and then go to editing. It's how to find blanks easily, just like we specified the last time, right? Let's see how it goes. So we go to the find and select. We go to special, and you're going to look out for blanks over here. So this will help us to fish out blanks easily, just like we already know, right? We click on OK. So it will ransack the entire 9,994 rows of data to help us find whether there's any blanks in it. Fine, there is no blanks. So no cells were found. You click on OK. Then next, we are going to remove duplicates. So to do that, we go to data pane and we go to duplicates. So select all of them and click on OK. No duplicates found. Awesome. So you see our data set is almost, let's inspect to find out whether we can see any inconsistency in the column. So over here, there are no inconsistencies. Other dates, there's no inconsistency, all in a proper, all are in the same date format. Same with the ship date and other dates. Same with the ship mode. Customer ID are all intact. Customer name are also all intact. Segments are also all intact. Sales rep is all intact. Sales team all intact. Sales team manager all intact. And I think everything we have here are all intact. All we need to do is to change this from a general data format to a currency data format. All right. So let's see. So let's select all the entire column of cells and go to the data format, and we're choosing currency. So we're choosing currency, that's United States English. And click OK. Then we are going to go straight to the profits. The profits. We are going to change it to currency as well, using United States. So I leave it at 2 decimal places to maintain that consistency. We have this. So discount is out because discount is in percentages. So if you want to convert these percentages, that's for this 0.45%, 0.20%, 0.2%. So let's convert it to decimal places. we have this over here. So go to the number control extension, percentages. We're going to go to custom, because when you click on OK, that's what happens. It makes it for 5%, right? This is not what we are looking for. So we need to go to numbers, percentages, custom, and we're going to put a backslash here so that I can have in type. I'm going to put a backslash, right? Like a backslash. So let's get that correct. Backslash. Yeah, backslash. Right? That's what we are looking for. We don't want it to be a forward slash. When you have a forward slash, it's increasing. As it is now, it's increasing, but when you put a backslash, it reduces. Let's okay. Fine. See what's happening here. 0.45%, 0.20%, just like that, right? So that's what we are looking at getting. Okay. That's what I'm looking at getting. So let us save our work and then format it properly. So above it, we have the top rows, add a color to fill it in, possibly a green, not bad. And then a color for the text, it's not about so bad. So you have all this on check. And you see, there's not much to do again for this data set. It's all in the same format and looking very nice to go along with. So let's also come back to the car cells and let us look at if there's any of these data sets we can actually convert to a proper data cells in thousand now. Let's convert it to currency. Let's convert to currency so that it will look as tidy as possible. We are using 3 decimal places from what we have here. Then click OK. So we have this. So here the cell value 2 is also a currency data type. Let's see 3 decimal places as well. So you see it's coming up fine. So price in 1,000 should also be currency as well, because it's price in 1,000. So let's see currency. We are choosing United States because my local is in Nigeria, right? So that's why I'm choosing United States. So engine size, all these ones are normal decimal places. Fuel capacity, efficiency, dates, power factors. So we are all good to go. So as we stand now, the 2 data sets we are working with are all good to go for analysis. We have prepared them. We have processed. So let me quickly split my screen so that you see the 2 data sets we have. And this one, and this 2. Let me quickly split it. And is this split this screen? It actually being on this thing. So over here, I have this. So you see, we have a proper data set in all these particular data code. And we have all we need to get handy. Here we have 9,994, while here we have just 118 after all cleaning has been done. So cleaning of data is the most important thing that we do as data analysts, and we must make sure that our data set is properly clean so that we don't end up having an inconsistent data and a bad result at the end of the day. Right? Data cleaning is very important for every analyst. Notice here that all we are doing here have shown a proof of the entire process we've taken from the one of this particular lesson to this very day. Now, the next thing to do in this data set is to start thinking through what to do with the data. So let us think, what kind of objective do we wish to get from the data set of the cars projects and also from the organic superstore project? Let us just think. Let us think. Okay, nobody have come up with any particular question of okay. All right, so let us use what we have a bit. So let's come to the car sales project. We might try to use AI to get an answer to this particular question we want to ask. Maybe you are very much not conversant with thinking of questions as objective, or unless you are being given. I know that it all happens to all newbies, right? Where you will always want to be given a particular objective to work with before you can even start working with it. And for all of us who are intermediate or advanced, we prefer to look into the data and then use what we can answer for what can still use AI to help us achieve this. Now, how do we do that? We come to an empty cell of choice and we are going to start using our ChatGPT for Excel. Already you can see it on my screen here. It's called ChatGPT for Excel. So since it's already an installed add-in, I can easily go to my formula bar and start asking questions I want to ask. Now to do that, there are different prompts you have to use. So if you go to your formula bar and type in the function equal to AI, you see a list that will help you to make a choice of AI questions you want to ask the ChatGPT, because these functions are all for open AI, right? You have AI Ask, AI Choice, AI Extract, AI Fill, AI Format, AI List, AI Tab, and AI Translate. About 8 of them, which will help you to get what you want. So we are always focused most times to work with AI Ask because we are all used to the large language models in artificial intelligence. All right. So we are going to be using the AI Ask, and then what is the prompt? We are looking at our prompt will be to generate about 6 analysis objective using the data range specified. Right, that's the prompt. Generate about 6 analysis objective questions using the data range specified. So what's the data range there? That is the entirety of our data. That's the data range, right? So we close and then we hit enter as usual, right? We hit enter as usual. So if your network is strong, it will give you an answer. So let's accept and continue. So let's see how strong my network is and see the answer is going to give us at the end of the day. So this is just like the way you ask ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, and the rest of them questions in order to get an answer. So you're going to wait for it to run through OpenAI server and get what we ask it for. Fine, look at the response. So we have a response here. We have a response. The first question it says we should ask. The first question it says we should ask is what is the average horsepower of vehicles manufactured by Acura? Right? Then it says the next question is which vehicle type has the highest average resale value based on the provided data? The next question, what is the correlation between engine size and fuel efficiency in the data set? And then the next question, which manufacturer has the highest total sales in thousands? The next question, what is the average price of vehicles with a horsepower greater than 200? Then the last question is, how does the average curb weight of SUVs compare to that of sedans in the data set? So you see, these are the 6 questions that we have gotten from agents to work with data. Very cool, right? So you see, what we told you that we want to teach you how to use AI in analyzing data is what we need. This was a tip of it. So let's just pen down these questions one after the other. So question 1 was, what is the average horsepower of vehicles manufactured by Akula? And question 2 is, which vehicle type has the highest average resale value based on the data. So let's provide the data. The third question is, what's the correlation between engine size and fuel efficiency? So what is the correlation between engine size and fuel efficiency? Right? Correlation of between engine size and fuel efficiency. So the next question is what? Which manufacturer has the total sales? So let's have it here. Question number 4. Which manufacturer has the highest total sales in 1,000? Then question number 5. Vehicles that are greater than 200. Question number 5. What is the average price of vehicles with a horsepower greater than 200? And the last question, number 6, how does the average curb weight of SUVs compared to that of sedans in the data sets? So you see, we've gathered all the questions therein generated by artificial intelligence for us. So let me just cut it here. Cut this as well. Paste it here. The last question. Cut it and paste it here. So these are the questions we've gotten by using the AI ask. Remember the prompt we used, the syntax we also used. AI asks equals AI.ask generates about 6 analysis objective questions using the data range specified. So we set the entire data range A1 to P118. And when we hit enter, it gives us the responses we desire from the. Now you notice again that when we hit enter again, it gives us different set of responses. You can still get more responses. Like this one now is which manufacturer has the highest average sales in 1,000 across all models listed? What's the correlation between engine size and horsepower among the vehicles in the data set? How does the sale value of passenger vehicle compare to that of car types? I think I fancy this of how does the resale value of passenger vehicles compare to that of car type vehicles in terms of average resale value? I think I love this question. It's looking interesting. So how does the resale value of passenger vehicles compared to that of car type vehicles in terms of average resale value. I think this is nice. You can use it to replace one of the questions we had before. So let me just keep it somewhere here, and I'll call it question number 7. So we can choose to replace them. Which vehicle has the highest average fuel efficiency, and what's the average? What is the average? What is the trend in sales over years for the top 3 selling models? So let's go there. This one is important. What is the trend in sales over the years for the top 3 selling models? So this is a nice question too, right? Because obviously the stakeholder will want to know about this. So let's see, go to the next question. How does price in thousands of vehicles relate to their horsepower? And is there a significant difference between luxury and non-luxury brands? I think this one is okay by us. Let's just take this. Let's see if we get another one. Which vehicle has the highest average efficiency? What's the average? That's cool. Okay, taking this one. Second question is, what is the correlation between engine size and horsepower among the vehicles in the data set? So you already have it here. Correlation between engine size and fuel efficiency. So you already have this here. Engine size and horsepower. Then which manufacturer has the highest average sales in thousands across all models? Let's see. So you have 8 questions of interest. What is the average horsepower vehicles manufactured by Acura? Which manufacturer has the highest average sales in thousands across all model listed? So let's see how. Okay, which manufacturer has the highest total sales in thousands? Okay, we already have. Okay, this is which manufacturer has the highest total sales in thousands. Here is which manufacturer has the highest average sales in thousands across all models. So they can go with. So these questions are what we're going to be working with this data set, right? So you see how we've used AI to get what we want. And this is still part of our analysis stage of data set. We don't want to limit our ability to just what we know about data analysis. We also want to make sure that we utilize the arsenals we have in getting our hands dirty. And also utilize the arsenals we have as data analysts. So you see, we have generated about 8 important questions using the AI tool. All right, so how do you even install AI tool? That might be a question. Well, it's easy. Then you see the ads. So all these are seeing AI tools: Launch, Autopilot, Showpack, Python, ChatGPT for Excel. Which other one again? Let me see. I have another AI tool. Yeah, in Formats, we have Anaconda, Toolbox, and Code. So these are all AI tools, right? How do you get them in? So in your home tab, you have add-ins. So click on add-ins. Very sure you're connected to the internet. So you click on add-ins, and then you see that these are my add-ins already. If I go to see all, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 add-ins, right? I have about 10 add-ins. So let me see this. Now see all the popular add-ins we have in Excel. Remember, we say you can use Excel for a lot of things once you connect it to a lot of other extensions. So these add-ins are like extensions, unlike the ones we did when we are trying to prepare our Microsoft Excel for data analytics. We added the COM add-ins, which will help us to get acquired the alphabets, the power pilots. We also saw how we can actually use the options in Excel to achieve all of this, right? So these are all the needed add-ins you can think of. So all you need to do, if you don't see what you're looking for, like you don't see the ChatGPT Excel, just search for it here. Don't see Python, search for it here. Showpack, search for it here. autopilot and launch it on Anaconda, search for all of them. But let's say you don't know the one you're looking for, just go straight to more add-ins, and your add-ins office will load up for you. So you have a store and my add-ins. So my add-ins are the ones you already have installed for you. Then the store is now where you can see a lot of add-ins you can add to your Excel spreadsheet. To add them, just click on add and you can be able to continue. Then it adds up in your Excel spreadsheet. So we have a lot of add-ins here for both budget management, sales and marketing, visualization, data analytics, etc., etc. So anyone you want to choose, let's say visualization, you can just come right here and choose your visualizer, right? Choose your visualizer and you are good to go. So all this helps us to make sure our work is looking very sweet in Excel, very fantastic in Excel, and very, very interesting in Excel. At the end of the day, you might be like, wow, really? Was this done with Excel? So you see, we have more to Excel than just what we might know before now. But now you've seen that you can add more important, wonderful features and extensions in your Microsoft Excel, and you'll be very good at what you do. No wonder some persons are called Excel data analysts, and no wonder there's a particular option that says data analytics using Excel. Right? So these are all you have at all right. So in case you've forgotten how to add these features we have mentioned above, the tabs, the data streamer, Inquire, Acrobat, Power Pivot, and Sally, let's just re-echo it before we head into using Pivot Table, which is Advanced Excel Part 1 extension, because you might know, you're supposed to know Microsoft Excel PowerPoint, because it's part of Advanced Excel Part 1, right? So if you go to your File tab, let us just quickly give a rundown on how to set up your Excel spreadsheet for analysis in case you've forgotten, right? Although there are videos to that, which I have also done on the first 3 classes we held, right? The first 5 classes, sorry. So on the File tab, you go to the options and the more, sorry, the options, sorry. And there you go to the add-ins over here. I have put into consideration from what I'm looking for. So these add-ins are all you need to add. By default, you'll be in your inactive application Windows add-ins. But to add them in, you need to go to the manage box over here. So these are the add-ins. When you click on go, it gives you this particular add-ins options in the box. So check all of them and click on OK. So once you are done, come back to file again, go to more and choose options. Here add-ins, and on this manage where you have Excel add-ins before you click on go to COM add-ins over here and click on go. Here you can see the Inquire, Microsoft Data Streamer, Microsoft Power Map, Microsoft Power Pivot, PDF Maker, then click on OK. So check all of them, click on OK. You will have your tab looking like mine. So come back to file again, go to more, go to options, and go to add-ins once again. So our aim is to add all of these add-ins. These are default add-ins that you don't need internet to use. All right. Add all of them aside the zero items. Add all of them. So for actions, click on go. Make sure you have this checked and this also checked. This is for autocorrect and actions activities in your Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. So click on OK, and it adds actions for you. Then the file, the more, the options, go to add-ins again. Then this time around, I'm looking for XML expansion packs, which is what I have here as inactive. So I click on go, choose action pack pane 3, attach, and click on OK. So that is just that. With this, you have set up your Excel spreadsheet for data analytics. Very, very important. So if you want to get something like a developer or Sally or Draw in your tab, you can go to File, then go to More, and choose Options. check all you need to check over here. So all of these tabs, which are the main tabs, I checked all of them, right? So you can see Power Pivots, Acrobat, Inquire, Data Streamer, add-ins, Developer, Sally, etc., etc. So when you check all of them, click on OK. You are good to go. Just a refresher on how you can set up our Excel spreadsheet to look as wonderful as my own is looking. So now let's hop into analyzing this with pivot table. So to kick off analyzing pivot table, first of all, I so much love making sure that I have converted my data range to table. As it is here now, is a range of data, right? It's not a table, it's a range of data. So to make it to be a table, I need to remove the filter first. So on the editing tool ribbon control on the home tab, I just go to find sort and filter and I deactivate the filter. That's fine. And next I go to insert tab, choose table. So here I can convert this to a table and it has located the range of my data in A1 to P118. Then I click OK. Always make sure that this particular checkbox is checked. Make sure this box is checked. My table has headers to check it. Okay, because you have headers in your table. Then click on OK. So you see, I've converted this to a table for us. I see how nice it can. So I choose a table style from here. Let's the table style are much more better for us. Let's use this guy. Okay, and because of this, you now have to give to you a table. You can see there are formats in your table, which are not before, right? So other lines in and that's very cool. You have extended up in tab the table design, right? So you can easily multiplicate with ease and start as convert it back to range of day which it was before. It's like convert it to data, and you have some as a Bible tables about Bible tables for question. I'm going to go to the any of the table columns or cells. So anywhere I am, it is also perfect too. So go to summarize Bible table. Just there at the table design tab, you see the tools control ribbon. Choose summarize the Bible table to select the entire table range. So we didn't name the table. So let's go back and name the table. So here is the table name under the properties ribbon. So let's name our table car underscore sales, right? That's our table name, car underscore sales, right? So let's come back to summarize pivot table. Now it's bearing that name, car underscore sales. We are using a new worksheet and that's perfect for us. We are not adding to model because we're not doing data model and that's advanced Excel part 2. So we're also going to choose where we want our pivot table to be placed. We say new worksheet. So we want a new worksheet to be open for us automatically without even clicking the plus icon on the pane. So click on OK. So you have the first pivot table have been created for us. So go back to car sales again. Click on the table design. Go to summarize pivot table. Now this time around, we are not going to be using new worksheet. We are going to use an existing worksheet because we already have one. So click on existing worksheet. The location box should be active for you. Click inside to make sure it's very much active. And then click on sheet 2. And possibly click just below it to add your next table. Then click on OK. It says destination reference is not valid. So let's use another reference destination. Let's just choose somewhere beside it here. Click OK. It's still not valid. So let's see what the reason might be. Let's cancel and see what happens here. So let's come back again. Summarize pivot table. Existing worksheet. Location is sheet 2. I'm just somewhere here. I click OK. Still not valid. So what is the problem? Let's go back and move this guy to come to the front. So this sheet, let's just name this guy to be Explore. And let's find out what's the problem with it. So look at it coming from here, right? So come again to car sales, table design, summarize the Bible table, existing worksheets, location, active, explore, and choose this. Still not valid. I wonder why. This particular error. So why is it not valid? Okay, let's choose new worksheet and see what happens. New worksheet, fine. So let's take it back to Explore, to cast sorry. Summarize the pivot table, existing worksheet. So it's not supposed to be giving us so much of a problem. Not valid. I wonder why. Particular book. I'll reopen it once again. I'm going to close it and reopen once again. So let me go back to reopening it. So let's find out what is the problem with it. So let's come back again. Table design. Summary pivot table. Fine, these are up now, right? So you have this. So whenever you encounter such issues such as this, all you need to do is to close the workbook and reopen it again. Then you have the problem solved. Sometimes I have some of the little tweak in the background. So you go again to table design, summarize pivot table, existing worksheet, make sure it's active. Click on Explorer and choose anyone beside. So next is we're going to add about some of these sheets and these sheets. Let's focus on just these two, right? So table design. We are adding all of the 8 them. So remember it is called 3, 2, 4 here because we already have inserted two pivot tables before the fourth one. So anyone you're inserting now will be called 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that, okay? Though we've deleted them because they have no use to us. We are now focusing on these ones we have here. So the next one is going to be just underneath this. So let's add it again. And I think we are doing 8, right? 8 pivot tables. So let's have 4 above and 4 below. Have this, click OK, fine. So 4 above, 4 below. Let's now come below here and do this. So the same process we are making to make sure that this is actually achieved. The next one. Then the next one. And then the last one. Fine. So we added all 8 pivot tables. Don't mind the naming. Pivot table 1, 4, 5, 6, because we deleted about 2 pivot tables already. So we all have these pivot tables in quotes. So let's come back to our car sales. I'm going to copy the questions and put them just at a particular data pivot table. Because all what we have done now is to add pivot table, and we just showed us ways to join the object we are on. We are going to see how easy it is to use this step and show us now pivot table and to use the range. The range step is it's not that because I work with a large data set like that or store data. You know that it will be hectic to range data in such but when you see to be easy for you to use this Bible, right? That's it. That's today we looked into how to use AI to unleash questions of choice. You see how we can use AI to unleash questions. The way you ask AI questions with your mobile phone or browser, the same way we also did here in data analysis. We've also seen how we can generate a wonderful go-to questions using nice prompts for it. We've also seen how we can actually summarize our data with pivot table and then insert pivot tables in new sheets and existing sheets. So when you come back tomorrow, we're going to be looking into how we are going to answer each questions that is being posed to us. Using the pivot table. So tomorrow we are going to venture into really answering these questions that we are using for analysis. Thank you very much for joining, and do have a wonderful day, night, and morning ahead. See you on day 17. Bye.